We have, Beth, it is the final race of the evening, the Ace Hire and Sale Sidecar Race number 1. And, of course, we'll be looking out for this one. Number 9 outfit there. Of course, Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock, they were out in qualifying a bit early on. They had a bit of a problem, and he's telling me, Kieran, that the drive shaft broke on the machine, and they managed to get it fixed with the help of Greg Lambert. So Mike Brown wins, and Paul Jordan, Dominic Herbertson, Nathan Harrison, Joe Yerdsley, Peter Hickman, Michael Sweeney, Connor Cummins, Eddie Wormold, Barry Ferber, top 10. Then Michael Evans, Jamie Williams, Julian Trummer, John Marsh, Joey Lambden, Mark Jackson, Matthew Rostron, Kieran Brocky, Radley Hughes, and Nicholas Round, your top 20. Then it was Adrian Hodson, Tom Snow, Brad Byrne, Paul Cranston, and Wayne Avis. And the non-finish, unfortunately, for Marcus Simpson and Rob Hodson, with that machine failure there. Hopefully the boys from SMT get that sorted out. So the final race of our evening will be the Ace Hire Sidecar Race number 1. On pole position will be number 32. And number 32, of course, hopefully you got your programme ready, is Will Smith and Andy Smith from Swaffham and Chipping Camden. On row number 2, it is number 9. That is Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock. Then alongside them, number 2, Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale. Row number 3 is number 17. That's Alan Thomas and Andrew Miller. Row number 4 is number 28, Adam Holden and Trevor Johnson, who's there celebrating his birthday today. But let's get there as we get number 67, Alan Warner and Josh Saunders. Sidecars across 4 ways.
Yeah, Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock have just gone through, and then your pole sitters, Will Smith and Andy Smith. Good qualifying session this morning for them. Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale, and then the number 17 outfit of Alan Thomas and Andrew Miller. Good to hear that Clark and Coppock got that drive shaft issue sorted out from qualifying earlier today. There's the number 28 of Adam Holden and Trevor Johnson, and the number 67 outfit of Alan Warner and Josh Saunders. So it is, of course, a compact classic sidecar field this year for one reason or another. Of course, although they are down in the paddock, Greg Lambert and Andy Haynes are non-starters at the moment. Here comes the number 70 of Tony Bannister and newcomer passenger James Salisbury on the way through. Don't recall seeing them in the qualifying session this afternoon as the two travelling marshals come past. So only a compact field of these classic sidecars brought in and put together in a very short space of time indeed, given the exclusion of modern F2 machinery with all the uncertainty going on around the class in terms of road racing at the moment. But only around 4 weeks to get this all together, and I mentioned his name before, but Greg Lambert, of course, a key figure in putting this all together. So I think a lot of people will just be glad that we do have three-wheeled racing in some form or another here at the Southern 100 Road Race on the Motorrad Balaun course. So it is the final action, this small field of classic sidecars, the classic sidecar race 1 to come to round things off on what has been a brilliant evening. The sun just dropping down as well in the sky across from us as well. The sun is going to be behind those outfits as they run out of Ballabeg toward Cross Four Ways as well, but maybe just coming out of Ballakegan. Some of the glare to think about. To you, Chris.
Yeah, Rob, you called that absolutely right. It was, of course, that glare. You've just got to watch that now as the number 9 outfit rolls into his position. Let's have a little look there now. I'm just looking to see where the lead outfit 32. So it's a slightly different grid to what I've got with me. But anyway, number 2 is in there. Number 2, Dave Molyneux, Dan Sale on their TR beautiful machine, the DMR TR 750 Suzuki. So the green flag will go any moment now. We've got one more outfit just waiting for him. It's number 70, Tony Bannister and James Salisbury. They'll slot into their grid position. I don't actually have them on my start sheet, but they made it anyway, which is great to see. So ready to go with the orange outfit. Now don't forget, in qualifying they got pretty close to the pre-TT Classic record, as did the number 32 outfit as well. The number 32 outfit of, excuse me, of Will Smith and Andy Smith. We are nearly just about ready to go. We don't want to be sat here for too long. Green flag at the back, engage gear, watch the lights, here we go, sidecars racing around Balaun. Oh, a great start, not a good start for 9. So I think 9's going to be in about 3rd position. Beth.
Well, here they come down here. I tell you what, might have some more chance of getting some more numbers here, because in the front there is 32, 17, 9, 2, 28, 70 and 67 in that order, Chris.
So number 32 leads going into Ballakegan for the very first time, and number 17 in behind there, Alan Thomas and Andrew Miller with the number 9 outfit, locking up the chair wheel. Number 9 there, Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock going up the inside, not making a good start. Hopefully that outfit will hold together, and in behind them, keeping a watch and brief is, of course, the multiple Southern 100 sidecar champion, number 2, Dave Molyneux, with Dan Sailors, who had a taste of victory tonight in that 600B race a bit earlier on. Number 9 is going to have a look up the inside. No, he doesn't make it happen. Oh, he's locked up the rear, the sidecar wheel again there. did number 9 Kieran Clark and Rob Kopok as they go through Joey's gate. Oh, number 30. Number 17 it was, Alan Thomas and Andrew Miller. They got the sidecar wheel right in the air as he went through there, but it's 32 that leads on lap number 1 into Ballabeg from 17 and 9, and then it's 2, so they're quite close together. And if we look a little bit further back, we're getting the number 28 outfit of Adam Holden and Trevor Johnson. Happy birthday to Trevor Johnson. That's a weird line to there as he swing through, and the sunshine starts to drop here at the 4.25 mile Motor Isle Ballown circuit. So only 4-lap distance on this one, guys. That's all it is a 4-lap distance, please. So as we look out towards Cross Four Ways, who's going to be leading through here? It's 32 at the moment from 17 and 9 and 2. So not much between them. Lap 1 of 4. Cross Four Ways and Rob Pritchard.
Yeah, you mentioned it's only 4 laps, but you've got to bear in mind these are classic machines here, so it is a battle of attrition. One way out in front here, it is the number 32 of Will Smith and Andy Smith, then it's Clark and Kopok, then it's Thomas and Miller. Lock up there, there's Dave Molyneux as well, Dan Sale. Another lock up there from Kieran Clark and Rob Kopok on the way through Cross Four Ways. That might just open the door a little bit to Alan Thomas and Andrew Miller are further down the line. Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale still in close attendance. Few seconds further back, number 28 of Adam Holden and Trevor Johnson on the Honda, the Cottingham and Rochester pairing. Few more seconds back here, making their way toward Cross Four Ways. Plenty of tyre rubber already laid down on this opening lap at Cross Four Ways. It's the number 67, Alan Warner and Josh Saunders. Then a few seconds further back again, the number 70 of Tony Bannister and James Salisbury on the Triumph Westlake, the Leyland and Nottingham duo on the way through. So it was the pole sitters, Will Smith and Andy Smith, leading through Cross Four Ways, and they just pulled a little bit of a way clear as well of the rest of the pack. And Clark and Kopok just locked up a little bit. We heard they'd locked up earlier in the lap, but they locked up again at Cross Four Ways. Alan Thomas and Andrew Miller right behind. To you, Chris.
Dave Molyneux has got past number 17 on the run down towards Stadium there. So number 17 dropping back Alan Thomas, but it's 32 that leads. Across the line they go. 32 for 9, then it's 2, 17, they all go safely through. So that's 4 of them through so far. As we look up the road, there'll be a few more popping into my view any moment now. We'll give you the splits on them if we can in a moment. We're just not managing to get the times on this one. Hopefully here, no more gremlins creeping in, but it's 32 that still leads as they go through Ballacagam on lap number 1, and that lead about a second, maybe 2 seconds. 28 goes through there now, safely through. For 28, that's Adam Holden and Trevor Johnson. They go through, and I think, the 9 outfit is starting to close in on 32. So 32 there, Will Smith with Andy Smith in the chair. Andy's a big Tottenham Hotspur fan as well. And his daughter also races as well, as 67 goes through Alan Warner, Josh Saunders into Ballinorris, into Joey's Gate. And the 9 outfit is making a move. He really, really is there now. He's starting to catch up as number 17 goes through. Tony Bannister, James Salisbury. And as we go back to Ballabeg, number 9 is right on the back of number 32. And it's Dave Molyneux on the 2 outfit. He's holding onto that 3rd place at the moment, with 17 Alan Thomas and Andrew Miller also in there as well. That is your top 4 runners in this Ace Hire and Sales Sidecar Race number 1. But back at the front, it's still 32 that leads from number 9, not by much at all, as Dave Molyneux goes through Ballawhetstone, heading towards Williams Corner. And there's the 4th outfit just gone through there, number 17 Alan Thomas and Andrew Miller. But back at the front, 32 and 9, they flash past Roy Gelling's farm, in and out of Ballown Dip and into the eyes of Rob Pritchard at Cross Four Ways.
It's going to be a battle of BMW power all the way down to Cross Four Ways here. It is still Will Smith and Andy Smith, with Kieran Clark and Rob Kopok right in behind them there, just pulling away a little bit. Second or so ahead of Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale. A little bit of a lock-up on that left wheel from Dave Molyneux on the way through Cross Four Ways. Then dropping a couple of seconds back. 17 Alan Thomas and Andrew Miller there as well, so still running in 4th, but the gap just opening up a little bit between Molyneux and Sale, and then Thomas and Miller. But nothing to choose almost going through Cross Four Ways on this second lap. It is still Will Smith and Andy Smith that led through Cross Four Ways, but as we were hearing all the way through this lap, Kieran Clark and Rob Kopok, they might have just opened up the taps a little bit and they've closed in behind. It is not quite a 2-horse race out at the front there. Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale just a little bit behind, so if anyone makes a mistake, they might be there to pounce, but it is still very much those two battling away for that top spot. One more machine interview will take this through. 28 Adam Holden and Trevor Johnson into Cross Four Ways. Over to you, Chris.
The sidecar chair of Rob Kopok was in the air going through Stadium as number 9 Kieran Clark tries to get on the back of the 32 outfit, Will Smith and Andy Smith. He still hasn't done it, and they are fast. Listen to this. Across the line they go. It's 0.441. That's all the gap is. Dave Molyneux there. He's through in that third position. He's about 3 and a bit seconds back in this sidecar race. Don't forget, it's only a 4-lap distance, but the number 9 outfit, a bit of a puff of smoke come out the back of the number 9 outfit there as he went down the box. And is he going to look up the inside? He is. Into Ballakagan, new race leader. He makes it stick. He does. He gets underneath there. So number 9, Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock, they now lead, but 32 keeping a watch and brief in behind him, Will Smith and Andy Smith. As they pull alongside them, this is going to be so tight into Iron Gate. Don't blink. Do not blink. Here we go. I think number 9 is still going to have it. It's a brave man to get through there. Alan Thomas and Andrew Miller, they've gone through in that 4th place. But back at the front, over the little ridge there, that takes them by Ballabeg Station. It's 9 from 32. And he's just a little bit quicker through there. Is Kieran Clark from Will Smith. Next out for interviews, 28, Adam Holden and Trevor Johnson. They go safely through, but back at the front, into Ballabeg, the number 9 outfit of Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock. They took the lead there on the run down, past the start and finish straight. They're now into the breaks, into Ballakagan as Dave Molyneux goes through Ballakagan. Should have another outfit coming through very, very shortly, but we don't want to miss the leaders at cross 4 ways because there's only less than half a second, I would say, between them. Do we have one more outfit coming? We do. I thought I saw it. It is the outfit 67 of Alan Warner and Josh Saunders as we go back to the front. These fixers hopefully are keeping that outfit together of Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock, and they lead now for 32, Will Smith and Andy Smith. Back to cross 4 ways.
They did indeed, and Tony Bannister and James Salisbury were circulating as well. Here they are, and that gap has stretched. It is Clark and Coppock still leading, and they've opened up around half a second or so to Will Smith and Andy Smith. Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale running smoothly in 3rd at the moment. Again, just a little bit of a lock on that left wheel, and the spectators on the far side of me just got the strong whiff of tyre rubber over as they got the braking zone on that left-hand side and through cross 4 ways. So Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock just seem to be stretching that a little bit from Will Smith and Andy Smith. Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale still running in 3rd. The leading trio have pulled some way clear now of the number 17 of Alan Thomas and Andrew Miller, who were in early contention for a potential podium spot, but they'll have quite a big job on their hands if they're to catch the rest of the field at the moment. Then there's a big gap in the rest of the field. We'll just give a mention as well. You mentioned, Chris, of course, Alan Warner and Josh Saunders came across the line for their 2nd lap. Tony Bannister and James Salisbury also did so as well. And they are some way further back. I mean, we've got Alan Warner and Josh Saunders. They're running around 30 seconds behind Adam Holden and Trevor Johnson. 26.6 seconds back are Bannister and Salisbury on Warner and Saunders. To you, Chris.
Here comes the Dayglow orange outfit of number 9, Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock. And here's the last lap that they are on now. And they lead by, just let's call that a second. There's Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale just behind Will Smith and Andy Smith at 2:46.171. And do you know what? That is quicker than the lap record for the pre-TT. The lap record for pre-TT is 91.6. They've just done 92.0. And the second outfit is Smith & Smith have done 91.292. So not much between those guys. And Dave Molyneux in the 90 as well. We believe number 28 is smoking friendly through cross 4 ways. Adam Holden and Trevor Johnson as the next outfit of Alan Thomas and Andrew Miller. They come through, but back at the front, it's 0.983, less than a second between the outfit of Clark and Coppock and Smith and Smith. It's not over yet, 2:46.1 for Clark, 2:47.5 for Smith, Molyneux 2:48.1, and Thomas and Miller 3:02.92, 83.643. Reminder, it is the last lap, and it's the last race of the evening. It's the Ace Hire Sales Sidecar Race, number 1, only over a 4-lap distance. Watching Dave Molyneux coming into Ballabeg Hairpin. How many times has he done that? He's on the TR, the 750 Suzuki, beautiful 2-stroke sounding machine. When it gets on the pipe, hopefully you can pick it up on the audio when they come through cross 4 ways. There's 9, Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock. They slide through Ballawhetstone on the sidecar, on the slide car. Action was brilliant there as they head now towards Williams Corner. And looking like they have this one in the bag with 32. Is he all right there still? He looked like he was slowing down a little bit. Is he okay? No, he's okay. It did look like he slowed down a little bit, but last lap, Rob, they're with you.
Yeah, we've just had the number 70 outfit through on its previous lap. Here are Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock through cross 4 ways for a final time this evening. Still a couple of seconds ahead of number 32, Will Smith and Andy Smith, who've been looking strong today in qualifying earlier and then in racing as well. Number 2, Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale. So that leading trio pretty set. Did mention before, you gave it a mention before, Chris, but number 28 of Adam Holden and Trevor Johnson. It was smoking profusely on the way through cross four ways. It wasn't stopped here as well. Whether they got stopped further along or are indeed still circulating, we have to say. We're not quite sure yet. Just see if we can get some updates as the race comes to a conclusion on this final. But Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock, they have extended that gap. It was just under a second to Will Smith and Andy Smith across the line last time. I just seem to have extended it a little bit more. Gap eking out between Molyneux and Sale in third to the fourth placed outfit at the moment coming through cross four ways. Number 17, Alan Thomas and Andrew Miller as well. To you, Chris.
There is a lot of smoke coming through the exit at Church Bends and heading down towards Great Meadow. Number 70 just got overtaken by 32 and also number 9. But here we go. This is going to be your race winner. It's number 9, Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock. Well done to those guys across the line. And quicker again, 92.312. Brilliant. 245.742. And there's Dave Molyneux. Brings the TR750 Suzuki home in third place. And 70, there you get a finish. Tony Bannister and James Soulsby. The next outfit we're looking for is 17, Alan Thomas and Andrew Miller coming home in that fourth place. But a win in the end for Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock. From Will Smith and Andy Smith, number 32, by 3 seconds. Then it's a further, 6 seconds back to Dave Molyneux in that third place. 6.7 seconds back to Dave Molyneux in that third place. As we look up the road to keep an eye out for the 17 outfit of Alan Thomas and Andrew Miller. They should be the next outfit. Here they come. Have a listen. And the appreciative crowd who have stayed on the grandstand here at the start and finish line. Congratulations, thanks guys. Of course, this is the IFGL grandstand here at the start and finish. We have one more outfit to come through. It should be the 67 outfit of Alan Warner and Josh Saunders. But a win for Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock. Are we calling that a lap record because it was quicker than the pre-TT? I think you'll take it. 2 minutes 45.742, 92.312 and 91.292 for Will Smith and Andy Smith. So waiting for Beth to be ready down there with the presentation. With Dave Molyneux, Dan Sale home in that third place. 17 is home, but it's 67 we look up the road for now. I think I've just seen a flash of blue going across the bridge there now. We'll get to Will Smith and Andy Smith in a second. We're just waiting to see if that outfit will finish. Just opening up my ears so I can see. No, can't hear them at the moment. Let's get down to second place crew. Will Smith and Andy Smith, who's with Beth Espey.
They certainly are. And Will, your first time out here. Can you put that into words for us?
Not really. It's all been come fast and furious, really. But we just had to learn it as quick as we could and leave a yard either side of us and, leave a margin. But, yeah, we're really pleased with that. We got away well, and Kieran's a class act. He was always going to be a hard man to beat, but we tried our best. Andy,
how was it from your point of view?
Yeah, fabulous. He drove really well. First time here, not mine, obviously. But no, we were really pleased with it. We after the first qualifying session, we'd suffered with misfire all week. Second qualifying session, it sort of like came together really. And then this morning, we knocked 9 seconds off our lap, and so he'd obviously done a bit of homework. Kieran was really helpful. Told us where we can improve and what lines we should be on. So thanks to Kieran, and Will done really well for his first time.
I tell you, that says so much about the sidecar class, doesn't it? Because everybody just wants everyone else to do so well.
Oh yeah, it's just a team effort, and we was drafted in late to cover the slot, and we was all pleased to do it. And it's a shame we couldn't get a few more bikes, but I think we've pulled it together, and I think we give you a good race.
You certainly have. Huge congratulations. Go and have a little bit of a rest now, eh?
Thank you.
That is your second place there, Will Smith and Andy Smith. And we're going to speak to Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale now, who were in third position. Dave, the Sidecar Classic, you know what a classic machine's like. It takes some nursing round sometimes, eh?
Well, yeah, it does. And I made a bit of a hash at the start, which is kind of normal for me. But you've got to really be gentle with the clutch on these things, or you can end up with a race over before you started almost. But once it hooked up, we got going and it gave chase. I just couldn't do no more. That was it. But it was a lot of fun, a hell of a lot of fun.
It's a good job your boy here knows what he's doing, eh?
Oh yeah, that's not so bad. He's got 2 bottles to go home with tonight after that win in the solo.
Dan, how was it for you?
Yeah, no, good. Just exactly what he said. We just made a bit of a hash at the start, and then we just couldn't get it back again. But it was just a right laugh. It's a real good laugh, isn't it? And I think everybody's talking about it. The range of machines, and like And I'm two-stroke mad. He's two-stroke mad. I mean, like I've got the only two-stroke solo here. He's got the only two-stroke sidecar. So like, but yeah, it's ideal for us boys.
But what was really nice is the whole first three. It's everybody deserves it.
They absolutely do. And we love seeing you out here. Well done, Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale. And let's speak to our first place finishers then. Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock. Come over here. Tell you what, you did it pre-T. You've just done it again here.
Yeah, it was quite good that. We had to fight for that one. It's Rob's first time on a classic here, and I think he's pretty much a newcomer here, to be fair. And yeah, it was exciting. Some were very low, so that made it quite interesting as well. But yeah, it was great. Will Smith, newcomer there, he's absolutely brilliant. And obviously Molly, as usual, he'd have been somewhere sneaking up behind.
And do you know what's lovely? Will and Andy just pointing out how much help you gave them as well, some advice.
Yeah, I took him around in the van and several times just to give him the lines, and it worked.
Rob, your first time here, how was it?
Mega. Yeah, Kieran worked us hard, but I really enjoyed that one.
And, there's a little bit of a height difference here. Does this make any difference when you're out there?
No, I think it works quite well, to be honest. Keeps out the wind and I see where we're going.
Absolutely brilliant. Well done, Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock. We're going to do the podium just now, and the presentation is going to be done by Chris Bowman from Motor Isle and Three Wheeling, who does so much to support sidecar racing here on the Isle of Man. Chris, I'll just have a quick chat with you here. So important to see these sidecar outfits.
Oh, yeah. Well, there we go again. Some top guys we got here. Yeah, beautiful to see them out. And the weather's been great, eh?
I tell you what, Would you like to be out there yourself?
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, they keep telling me I have to do that. I got to get on the side. They keep telling me.
Tell you what, I'm sure we can probably arrange it. But let's do the podium then for the Ace Hire and Sales Sidecar Race. In third position, the local pairing, the pairing that we love to see out there. It is Dave Molyneux and Dan Sale. Lots of smiles on the faces there as Chris Bowman just hands over the wine. As I say, a second bottle of wine for Dan to enjoy at some point when the Southern 100 is over. And your second place finishers, a newcomer here, Will Smith and Andy Smith. Chris Bowman just putting the caps on their heads there and handing over the wine. And your Ace Hire and Sales Sidecar Race winners. Oh, he hasn't got a bottle. Hang on. Will didn't get a bottle. I don't want to leave him without a bottle. Your winners of the Ace Hire and Sales Sidecar Race, Kieran Clark and Rob Coppock. Oh, the wine's going to be opened. Dave Molyneux has got a rather mischievous look on his face there. Been wasting no time at all, giving it a little bit of a shake. And I think some people, Chris, are going to get covered in this.